Okay, hello everybody. This is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Yeah, the last days were really hard for all of us. Um, we were at the end of this formation and I showed you in my previous video why I thought it is really likely to break out upwards. And now, as you can see, the opposite happened. And I've been really frustrated, and I'm so sorry for this call. Um, yeah, I started to ask myself, why did that happen? Is it because of manipulation, or is it something that I missed in my analysis? Um, and I could have known that. So I spent many hours to search for this answer in the chart, and I'm happy at the end that I can tell you that it was my mistake. It's not because of manipulation. This is something that makes totally sense, and I will show you why. And yeah, so like I said, I'm really sorry. I think you all know that since I started this channel, I wanted to share everything with you, and so that everybody has the chance to make a profit and use this life-changing opportunity. I think till that point, everything was okay. And yeah, so this is my first mistake, my big mistake, and I'm sorry for that. But after that, and after what I found, I think the four-wave theory is much stronger now, and we will be prepared for these drops because I found many new things, and we will use them when the second wave starts. All right, so um, everybody was focusing on this, or still is focusing on this formation right here. And it makes sense. I mean, the chart gave us so many points where we could say, all right, this is the formation. And a lot of people were talking about the bullish chance right here. And well, the opposite happened. And now, why did we reach this level? Why didn't we fall all the way down? There are a lot of reasons, but the main reason for me is this right here, because this is the foundation of this wave and of this bull market. And it nearly always um, is like that Bitcoin comes down to test the foundation, and it is normal. I mean, if you build a house, you always go down to see if the foundation is still okay, and then move forward. And this is exactly what's going on right now. We have our foundation. It's this blue box right here. So everything inside here, this is the foundation. Bitcoin came down to this point right here, to this levels at $7,780, and yeah, stopped at this point. And I think it is very likely to see a reversal in the next days and move up again to this line or this line. So something around, let's say if we go down to this point, so this is $9,100 up to 9,000. Yeah, let's say $9,800 is a futures chart. So this makes sense to me for the next days. And watch out for a long position, because I don't think that we will fall lower than this right now. And the lowest that we could possibly go is when we take this line and do it like this, then this is, yeah, $7,400. And I said in the Discord channel, maybe we have a wick down to $7,200 because of the futures gap or something like that. But just want to be clear on that. This drop has nothing to do with the futures gap at $8,500. And in a minute you will know why, because it always has been like this. And 10 years ago we didn't have future gaps or something like this. All right. So I want to show you this right here. So this is the first wave ever of the first bull market, and as you can see, at that time we came up after kind of a sideways movement, bear market or whatever, and then had this first move That was the sign. All right, something's going on right now. And then we had this foundation. And this is the same foundation as we can see right now in the chart. So this is the same thing. So we had this sideways movement coming up. There's the sign, guys, something's going on. And then coming up, building the foundation and moving all the way up. And yeah, and then after this movement, the people at that time, they saw this right here, this line, and I'm sure they thought this is the formation. And at the end of this triangle, as you can see, Bitcoin didn't break out upwards, it came down, and look where it came to. It came down to the foundation and tested the foundation. But after that, as you can see, had a real nice bounce all the way up to this resistance line right there. Right? And yeah, so I think it's very likely, no, not very likely, it is very similar that we're what we're seeing right now. And so it is very likely that we will have this move right there. This is the first wave of the second bull market. As you can see, we had this valley, this drop, and then we had a nice pump at some point, and then coming up, building the foundation, as you can see, and then seeing this big move. And at that time, as you can see, again, we have this first formation, people thinking, all right, this is it, we will break out upwards, but then break out downwards and coming down to the foundation, testing it. And this is why I say this is the real formation, this big one, not this short one, this big one. And this is exactly what we're seeing right there. So this is the real formation, this triangle right here. And at the moment we came down after a very long time to test it again, and so it is very likely to move upwards from this point on. All right, so I think you know what I'm talking about, and I think it really makes sense. And I just want to show you after the first wave of the first bull market, this is this one that I already showed you, we had this sideways movement, and then the second wave started, as you can see. And as you can see, price came down again and tested this level right there. So at that time, 70 cents, and then coming down and testing again very close to 70 cents, right? And then moving forward to the next wave. So as you can see, it's a recurring similarity to always come back down and test the foundation and then move forward. And yeah, and I want to go to the Bitstamp chart and show you some other really nice things, or the same recurring similarity, so that you understand why this is absolutely normal what we're seeing right now, and it has nothing to do with any gaps or stuff like that. So this is the wave I already showed you of the first wave in the second bull market. Yeah, I showed you it came down, tested the foundation. So this is this one in 2012, coming down, testing the foundation. I think here you can see it much better than on TradingView, because on TradingView the information is really incomplete. So yeah, coming down, testing the foundation, moving forward. Okay, before I forget it, right here, so when we take this one away, oh, that's bad. So all right, doesn't matter. So this is a stochastic RSI, and what you can see is when we have this big drop right there, as you can see, we're down on this RSI, and we have this cross and then moving all the way up. So this is what happened at that time. So what I want to say is that this is a signal for us that there might be a reversal, as you can see at that time. So now this is the second wave of that time, as you can see, moving sideways, coming up, building the foundation, and then moving all the way up, and then coming down, testing the foundation again. I hope you can see it. And when we came down, as you can see, we're very low on the RSI, and then we have this cross, and then moving all the way up. Really nice pump at that time. This is the third wave of the second bull market, and as you can see, coming, building the foundation, and then after this big move coming down and testing the foundation again, and we're not falling below it. So this is very important. I didn't find an example to tell you, okay, there is one example or two where we fell below the foundation, and I think that makes totally sense, because if you fall below the foundation, something is wrong. Something is wrong, and this makes totally sense. All right, so came down, tested the foundation, and as you can see right there, we have this cross, and then moving really nice and have a really nice pump. So this is the fourth wave of that time, and I want you to focus on something. I think you already know part of the four-wave theory is that the fourth wave is the last wave of a bull market, and after that we're inside of the a bear market. But what you can see right here is after the third wave, we're moving sideways, then have this first leg up. This is our foundation. So at that time, this was around yeah, let's say something around $170 to $180, moving all the way up, then coming down, all the way down, and look where we have our bottom at that time. It's at $170, coming down, testing the foundation. All right, and yeah, so we had this bear market, and this is the first wave of our last bull market. And yeah, as you can see, we're moving in sideways. We come up, have this first pump, people, all right guys, something's going on, and then we come all the way up, build a foundation, and after this move, look where it came down to. It came down to the foundation. All right, so it makes really sense and is a recurring similarity. And after this point, as you can see on the RSI, so we have this cross, we're very low, and then we have this reversal. So this is the second wave of the last bull market, and as you can see, we're moving sideways, and then we come up, build the foundation, we move all the way up, and look, at some point we come down to test this foundation again. And at that point, again, we're very low. I mean, it makes sense. And then we have this cross, and we have a real nice move upwards. This is the third wave of the last bull market. We're moving sideways, we come up, build the foundation, have this nice pump, coming down, testing the foundation. And again, as you can see on the RSI, yeah, we have this cross, and then we have a real nice pump upwards. And just for the last example for you guys, just to show you how powerful this all is. So this is our fourth wave of the last bull market, where we came all the way up to $20,000. And as you can see, Bitcoin was moving sideways after the third wave, and then coming up, building the foundation right here at close to $3,000, and then making this crazy ride. And then we're inside of the bear market, and look where it came down to. It came down to the foundation. $3,000 is the bottom of this fourth wave, or of the bear market. So everything I'm telling you, we will use in the next months and years, and this will help us to know where the bottom will be and get the best entry points possible. And yeah, and at the moment, so this is our current wave. As you can see, and yeah, coming up, building the foundation, now came back down to test the foundation, and look where we are on the RSI. So we're right now, we're seeing this cross. I hope you guys can see it. We have this cross right now, so I think a reversal really makes sense at this point. I can't tell you it will happen today, tomorrow. Maybe we have a kind of sideways movement for 3 days or something like that, and then we will go up again to this point. Right? And when we come up to this point, it doesn't mean that we will break out of it upwards. No, it's possible that we come back down again, a little bit close to these lows. So maybe 8.5K again. And then at some point we leave this thing and move sideways to the second wave. So this is what will happen. And if you want to know what the altcoins will do, well, the altcoins made big losses, really crazy losses. And at the moment they tend, or in this bull market, they tend to follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin shows strength and is moving upwards, they follow Bitcoin and they make really nice gains. And if Bitcoin falls, well, they fall as well, and they have big losses. So this is why I think people right now don't know what this is. They don't know, is this a bull market, a bear market? The market manipulators, or those guys who are controlling all of this, they're playing with us, with all of us. And at this point, honestly, I want to be honest, they played with me. I got blind. I thought this is it. And so it came down. And right now, they're playing again. So people are sitting there not knowing what's going on. But I hope now we know what's going on, and we can use this. Yes. So something else that I wanted to show you is I take away this one, and when we go to the 1 hourly chart, what you can see is, so after this drop we had another low, but on the RSI we make higher lows. So this is a signal for a bullish divergence and a trend reversal. So this really makes sense after what I showed you. And on the 4 hourly chart, we're seeing the same. So we came down and then we had another low, and right here we're making higher lows instead. So again, also on the 4 hourly chart we're seeing this bullish divergence. So yeah, makes sense to move up or let's say to move up again in the next hours and days. And yeah, so this is what I want to show you. And the last thing is now let's go to this chart. So I just want you to take a look at what's going on. So I want you to take a look at what happens after a drop. So what you can see, for example, right here, we're coming down, and then you see kind of a rounded bottom, call it like this. And this is also a sign for a trend reversal. So we're coming down, and then we see price is kind of turning around again, so rounded bottom, and then moves all the way up again. Then right here, so we're coming down, we see kind of this rounded bottom, and price moves up again. Or right here after this drop, rounded bottom and reversal. Or here, rounded bottom, reversal, coming down, rounded bottom, reversal. And what we're seeing right here seems to be something like this. I'm not saying this 100%, but it seems something like this. So also makes sense after what I showed you in this video. And if we bring out the exponential ribbon, what you can see right now is that we're far away from the daily exponential ribbon. But when we go to the 1 hourly chart, you see Bitcoin is is fighting with it. So after this drop, it is now trying to get above this one, this exponential ribbon, and find support on it. So I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this to see when we move up again, and on where when we are above this daily exponential ribbon, and hourly exponential ribbon. Sorry. And when we go to the 4-hourly chart, as you can see, Bitcoin is getting closer and closer to this exponential ribbons, and at some point it will try to move above it again. And well, I think when that happens, we know that there might be a reversal. And when we are above it, so this is 9K, well, we could get really nice support, or we get rejected right here on the top of it, so at close to 9K, and then come back down. So this is likely. But if you're asking yourself, all right, how do I know when this thing will move up again? Well, then I think that 8.4K makes really sense, and considering that Bitcoin right now is below the 200 EMA, daily EMA, and this EMA is around, I think, is around $8,300 to $400. So moving above $8,400 really makes sense to see a bigger move. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I have some other things to say, and I will make this in a new video. I think you will like the new stuff as well. Like I told you, I found some other really nice things because I was searching for the answers for this drop. Yeah, so that's it. And like I said, I'm really sorry for what happened. It won't happen again. And I think the 4-wave theory is really, really or let's say much better than it was, and yeah, so something like this will never happen again, and we will use everything to make really nice profit like we did in the last weeks and months since we started. So this one, yes, I know this was hard, this was for me as well, but I don't want to forget what we did before, and that the 4-wave theory is now much stronger after that. So this, yeah, brought me to the point to say I have to search much more and much better, and never get confident, and always think about what if I'm missing something. Yeah, so it's a progress. All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Join the Discord channel so that we can talk about everything, and to get updated every time, every day. And yeah, and leave a like if you like the content, and subscribe. So thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day.